This is 9 News.
It was 2 a.m. this morning when a passerby first noticed the vehicle on fire in the car park of the Bassendean shops. But it wasn't until the blaze was extinguished that the body lying across the front seats of the Holden Astra was discovered. The fire witnessed by a 14-year-old girl who lives across the road. Detectives say the inferno was so intense it incinerated the body, but they won't reveal how the person died or whether they were already dead when the car was torched. The owner of the Astra has been spoken to by officers. Police say the body is so badly burnt that trying to identify it using dental records may be almost impossible. Now, if that's the case, forensic experts will have to rely on DNA from inside the person's bones. Today, nearby takeaway outlets stayed shut as forensic police gathered evidence from the car and the crime scene, paying particular attention to footprints found near the vehicle. Across the road, Bassendean Oval was also searched. 16 hours after the Holden Astra was first spotted, police are preparing to tow it away. The body still inside. It'll be removed at the State Forensic Centre in Midland. Rob Scott, 9 News.
Good afternoon. A Clovis family's dinner was interrupted last night by an unexpected guest, one they don't think is of this world. News 13's Allison Martinez has the video and the story from Clovis.
A creepy, unusual sight.
As soon as I saw it, that my hair stood up, because I've never seen anything like that before.
The Hernandez family saw something they can't explain, captured by their home security cameras in Clovis.
My husband happened to look over right when I guess the image came up, and I originally didn't see it. My husband did, and he's the one that was like, I don't, was that a person? And then started, saying no, that couldn't have been, and then panicked and ran over.
This is what they saw during dinner last night. It looks like a person in an otherworldly form. Their explanation? It's a ghost.
And this one is definitely brighter. You can see it 100%, and you can see the movement of either arms or legs going with the body as it goes by.
They say their house has some history. Before moving in, Brianna spoke to a gentleman who was very familiar with the property.
And he said that several years ago, I believe it was his uncle, had a house on this corner lot, and his uncle passed away.
They claim the home stayed vacant before it was torn down to build the new duplexes. Brianna claims she wasn't a firm believer before, but now things have changed. Reporting in Clovis, Allison Martinez, KRQE News 13.
Now, Brianna says her husband was actually concerned about ghosts in the new house. She says she just brushed it off. Now she says she is a firm believer and is going to watch her cameras a little bit more closely.
People are calling him the Grim Reaper, the Angel of Death, Darth Vader. The figure cloaked in a dark robe drew lots of attention at a local cemetery, enough to stop traffic and start an online frenzy. News 13's Gabrielle Burkhardt is live at the old cemetery near Gibson and I-25. Gabby?
Matt, drivers called it a creepy scene. A figure cloaked in all black standing at this cemetery Sunday stopped traffic on the highway. And so who was he?
The eve of the supermoon, eyes of passerbys were drawn to a dark figure looming over the San Jose del Rosario Cemetery on Gibson by I-25.
Everybody was freaked out. Everybody wanted to know what it was.
Michelle Gonzalez thought a crash caused the backup. But when she got out of her car, she snapped this photo.
I actually was gonna try and walk up and see what it was, and some guy stopped me and he told me that it probably wasn't the best thing to go up there, and because you never know.
The tall figure cloaked in black was holding a bouquet of flowers. More pictures from that night popped up on the Inhabitants of Burkay Facebook page. The image has spread quickly and hundreds of people are commenting.
But I just want to know why or what he was doing.
One Facebooker says the person did more than raise some eyebrows but caused a panic. Some are cracking jokes like, "I want Darth Vader at my funeral."
One guy said maybe it's seriously the Angel of Death. Just people were saying some weird stuff, but I mean, if you would have seen it, you would have what the heck is that too?
Gonzalez says drivers stopped along the on-ramp. Some even stopped on the interstate to get a closer look.
It caused a lot of attention. It could have caused an accident. Somebody could have gotten hurt.
Witnesses say Albuquerque firefighters and police officers responded, but APD has not confirmed they were there. So what he was doing and why
This has to be the weirdest thing I've seen.
may only be known to the person underneath the cloak.
Now, a similar person dressed in the same way has been spotted in downtown Albuquerque before, but of course it's unclear if it's the same person since we haven't seen his face. Matt, back to you.
Okay, Gabrielle. One witness says she saw the figure dancing around a grave. Another witness posted on Facebook that the cloaked figure was taken into custody for some reason, but APD has not confirmed that for us.
Good evening. Thank you very much for joining us for Local 8 News at 6. I'm Ted Hall.
Wow, and I'm Lauren Davis, in for Amanda Hare. We start Local 8 News with one of those hard-to-believe stories.
Yeah, we were covering a stabbing at the Sunchase Apartments today on Cedar Bluff when the woman wanted for stabbing her mother walked up to our reporter and confessed. Only on Local 8 News, reporter Hillary Nagosh captured that confession on camera, and you won't believe why she says she did this. Hillary.
Well, Ted, it was around noon at Sunchase Apartments when the victim's daughter, Katie Nichols, showed up and told me she stabbed her mother. My camera was rolling during her entire confession, which all has to do with satanic curses.
It's right beside those green chairs, and she lives upstairs.
The person talking lives at Sunchase Apartments and is close friends with the 61-year-old woman who was stabbed a few doors down early Tuesday morning. She doesn't want her face shown, but tells me the woman's daughter, Katie Nichols, is to blame.
She's just not emotionally stable and, does the best that she can, but needs quite a bit of help.
She says after the stabbing, Nichols took off with her young daughter.
And I almost kind of hope that she does come back through here so that we can get the authorities to get her.
Not 5 minutes later, it happened. Nichols walked up to the camera.
The satanic cult in this city has been casting satanic spells on me for 4 days. I'm exhausted. I came home, I found out that my mom was the ringleader and she was trying to kill my daughter.
Nichols tells me she had to act because her mom was putting curses on them.
I had to kill her. She was going to kill both of us. She was so powerful. I had no idea. I had no idea that my mother was that powerful.
Deputies say Nichols' mother was stabbed in the neck, chest, and stomach and was rushed to the hospital for surgery.
When I left, she was still breathing.
Well, that's good.
I stabbed her 3 times and she should have died. She was still breathing. And I don't know what happened to her afterwards, and I don't know where they took her or what exactly happened, but she was the Antichrist. She did not die.
Nichols says afterwards, she and her daughter hid out.
We went in my car and we ended up in a little rural area and we just waited for the sign that it was safe to come back.
Now that Nichols is in custody, neighbors say they're hopeful she'll get the help she needs. But Nichols is convinced she did everyone a favor.
She had symbolic representations of my death, my daughter's death, every nuclear explosion that was supposed to happen that's not going to now. Because all of the satanic cult has been rounded up and killed now.
Well, there's no word yet if deputies have officially charged Nichols in this case, but of course we're going to keep you updated as more information becomes available.
A lot of layers to this story, but one of the layers that we don't usually get is you kind of became part of the story. You ended up talking to this woman who admitted she just stabbed someone 3 times, and you actually called 911. Did you fear for your safety at all?
Oh, well, I was a little scared, but, she never threatened me or anything like that. And so I'm just really grateful that everyone stayed safe until deputies arrived.